Raising Unicorns.
Harmon Brothers.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Raising Unicorns. I have with me the one and only Brett freaking Crockett.
Thank you for having me, Shane. Nice to be back.
So today we're doing another segment of Show and Sell.
Show and sell.
Brett and I thought it'd be helpful to kind of talk about why we feel like this would be a good segment, why we kind of invented this segment.
Yeah, for the newer listeners.
Yeah, for the newer listeners. So, this idea came about because we were like, what's something I think that would be beneficial for the listener? Because we want to give, as much as we can of our expertise and kind of our process. And one of the things is a huge part of our business is just idea generation.
Right.
And we get tons of different products that range from everything down to software services, down to household consumer goods to, all sorts of stuff, right? It's a pretty big spectrum.
Right.
And so coming up with concepts for different types of products that have different applications is something it's a muscle we like to exercise a lot.
Exactly. Yep. And that's why we do show and sell. We pick a product that we really like, and then we just think of some ideas that we could use to market it. And it's just a fun exercise.
Do you want to start first, then we'll alternate maybe? Or do you want to do all
or do we
yours?
want to end with the good stuff or start with the good stuff?
No.
All right.
So we'll have you end cap it. Got it.
No. Let me start.
Okay, go for it.
So my product is something that I carry daily.
Oh.
Have you seen one of these before?
No.
So that was just,
it's part of your, it's part of your keys.
Close up on this, Keith, but yeah, it looks like a key. So this is the Swiss+Tech Utilikey, okay?
I already love
onto
this.
Your keychain.
I already love
Check
this
that
so
out
much.
for a second. So it's got a bunch of functions on it. There's a knife, there's a screwdriver, there's a bottle opener, there's a serrated blade.
Gosh.
Couple different kinds of screwdrivers there.
I love this.
There's some
you
cool
got a
things about
you got a flathead over here.
Yeah.
You got a Phillips over here. You got a little. Is it scissors? What is this?
There's no scissors on it.
Or what's
you might be able
this?
to use
Serrated something?
Yeah.
Can opener?
Just another kind of blade.
Wow.
So I think there's 7 or 8 tools. Costs you about $8 on Amazon. Frankly, makes a great gift.
Yeah.
And it comes in super handy all the time.
So first concept. What do we got, Brett?
Are you ready for this?
Oh man,
All right,
I'm so
first
ready.
one. What am I calling this? It's a bit of a parody infomercial, right? So there's a lot of narration going on, and then you see some people acting out some stuff. So we start in an office setting, and Bob, just a regular office guy, is kind of struggling to open his lunchbox with his hands. And
His
so the
lunchbox?
voiceover, is your lunchbox a tougher nut to crack than your Monday morning emails? Bob frowns at the lunchbox, then suddenly smiles as he remembers something, reaches into his pocket and pulls out the Swiss+Tech Utilikey. All right, so the narrator again. Fear no more, introducing the Swiss+Tech Utilikey. I can't even pronounce the thing. Then we show a montage of just ridiculously exaggerated uses for the multi-key. So Susan, who's at a picnic, uses the Utilikey to cut a giant sandwich in half. So you see this thing, can't really do it very well with it, if it's a giant sandwich. But she does that. And then Tom's an explorer in a jungle. He uses it to cut down vines as he's kind of hacking his way through a forest. And then Lucy, an artist, uses it to sculpt a small block of cheese for a picnic. And the narrator comes back. It slices, it dices, it opens your mail without any vices. And then back to Bob, who now easily opens his lunchbox and gives a big thumbs up to the camera. Where's the camera? All right. But wait, there's more. Bob used the Utilikey to tighten a loose screw on his chair. He sits, giving a satisfied nod. All right. The Swiss+Tech Utilikey isn't just for lunchboxes. It's your everyday go-to tool. This narrator needs some practice. The scene then shows Jessica struggling to open a bottle of soda. Well, guess what? The Swiss+Tech Utilikey, it's there for that too. Pops the cap off, effortlessly smiles with the bottle in hand. And then the narrator again. From office fixes to happy hour tricks, keep it on your keychain for convenience on the go. Anyway, kind of goes on, right? Just a parody of...
Don't say it just goes on. I'm loving this, man. I'm here for it.
You want a little bit more? I mean, I got plenty of this stuff. Bob's in a meeting. He uses his Utilikey as a makeshift pointer during a presentation. Everybody applauds. All right, Bob. Love that PowerPoint. All right, so you
Such
impress
power
your
in
boss.
that point.
Oh, there you go. See, and the collaboration on the creative is what really makes it pop. Get yours today and turn that keychain into a key to success. All right, so just office parody, infomercial combined there. A little bit lame, but we always get the crappy stuff out at the beginning, right? So that's the idea behind that script. So
I actually feel like that would be really funny. And like the thing that came into my head is like if you had a guy almost like Truman Show, you know that scene where he's like, his wife is like, it slices, it dices, and it cuts. He's like, that's great, honey.
Yeah. Who are you
talking to? You know what I mean? Like, it'd be funny if there's the straight man in the office who also has one and appreciates it, but uses it for like actual practical
real
things.
Stuff. Yeah, and so it's like Jim in the office where he just kind of looks at the camera like.
And he's like, well, it's really nice to have a screwdriver with you at all times.
Yeah,
you know?
I love that.
And he's like,
That would be good to bring some of it back to like real life. And that would actually kind of be the more humorous part, I think.
Yeah, because you could have the juxtaposition of like over the top like narrator with these ridiculous things you'd never use it for, but then like have the straw man or the straight man who's like, I mean, it is pretty great.
Yeah.
Like, who you talking to?
Yeah,
you know?
I bought this.
I don't know why they're doing it for that. Like, that's not a practical use,
it's
but this is.
Yeah, I like that idea. So anyway, it could be fun.
I love the parody though of like the over the top like life is hard type like infomercial meets like 1950s like pitch.
Right.
Introducing the Washer Max 5000.
Yeah, and I think like some of that infomercial type stuff has been done before. But I think there's still a long ways that you can push it and just have fun with that kind of thing. So
okay, let's hear number 2.
Number 2, you've seen the BMW films.
Yes.
So kind of something similar to that where you're seeing the product used, but you're not really calling it out. Maybe until the end, right? And so what we have here is a guy, somebody that looks maybe a little bit like you or me. And
so super handsome.
If it's you, if it's me, it's just a geek walking through the airport. Okay,
super handsome guy.
So you see this guy, and you have a little bit of suspenseful music. So we want to create some drama here. And he's waiting in line at TSA. Okay, and he's getting ready to come up and show the guy his identity and all that kind of stuff. So he pulls up and hands over his ticket or his passport or whatever you have to show at the airports these days. I'm not well traveled, okay? But the idea is he's presenting himself to the boss at the airport. And by boss, I mean the government.
Yeah.
The TSA agent looks at him and goes, "One way to London?" And he's just like, yeah. And he says, "Okay, go ahead." And the guy strolls up. He's like taking off his shoes. They're probably Kizik's because that's the best way to travel through an airport, by the way. Slip on, slip off. So nice. This is not a Kizik commercial. Just love the shoes. So he puts his stuff, like his backpack and his keys into the tray and kind of sends it through the security line. And you see the agent kind of pushing the buttons to make the tray go back and forth, kind of scrutinizing what's going on. The music gets a little more intense. Finally, it comes through. There's a little resolution to the music. He's putting on his shoes and all that kind of stuff.
Kizik's again,
of course. You see him like step into the plane. He kind of like touches the sides of the door as he goes in. So he goes in, turns the corner. He's going to sit near the exit, like the exit door, right?
Yeah.
Plane pulls away. You show, wide shot, plane pulling away from the terminal, taxi down the runway. We get up into the air and suddenly things start vibrating and kids start crying and people are getting nervous. They're not sure exactly what's going on. Things start to get worse and worse and the plane starts to kind of weave and turn and stuff. And suddenly we see some screws on the door of this plane. And they're loose.
And there's a Boeing logo right next to it.
Exactly! And so pulls out his keychain. He knows exactly what to do. Drops the keys to the ground, starts screwing in the screws on that door. He kind of the door starts to come off. So there's some things kind of flying out. There's a lot of wind going on, but he's able to pull it back in, screw that door back on, and he saves the day, right? So the ton of tension leading up to that. And then finally plane settles down, kids stop crying. There's this nice resolution to it.
You honestly you get sued if you did that.
Yeah,
but
right.
You could just say, you don't have to say Boeing. You could just say, the $8 solution to an $80 billion airplane problem.
Exactly. Yeah, people would know, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that's what would be fun about it, too, I think.
And then I think it's too, it's also just so funny because it's it was literally a loose screw on that door.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Right.
The fastener had not been tightened enough.
Exactly.
And it's and this is just a pocket solution for it. Ready to move on?
Let's do it.
High five, by the way. You got me sold on that,
Thank
sucker.
you.
I brought my product here. It's in my bag.
Oh, I'm excited to see what it is. Oh, I've heard about these.
The Owala water bottle.
I don't own one, but
And
they
this,
look awesome.
You do now.
No, this is a gift.
It's a gift.
Oh, Shane, thank you. Look at this thing.
Okay.
It does. It even has you didn't recycle this. This is recycle it from your cupboard.
No,
This is
it's brand new.
It's really from me.
It's brand new. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, tell me about
This
it. 'cause-
is my all-time favorite water bottle for many reasons. It was only released in the company started in 2020. And I think that's when they released their first bottle, and they are killing it.
Mm-hmm.
They have 40,000 reviews on Amazon with a 4.7 star rating, which is
nice.
very, very high.
Yep.
They're just crushing it right now. And I think it's because they have a really, really solid product.
Yeah.
So the main value prop of this thing is that it's leak proof.
Mm-hmm.
So the lid, when it closes very, very well. And it has...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, isn't that a nice mechanical snap?
Ooh,
Don't you
do
love
like
that?
a little bit of ASMR on this thing?
Oh,
Let's see
totally.
this.
Ready?
Oh, nice.
So, I will say there's only one downside to this, and it's because it has such a good seal. When you open it on a pressurized airplane, it can pop a little bit of water on you.
Yeah.
So, but that's like and honestly, that's like the only downside I have of this, because it fits in all, this size at least, fits in all cup holders in cars. And
It's got a straw.
so that's the thing. It's got a built-in straw into this spout, but the spout also can just be drank out of like just a normal cup essentially. So
If you take the straw out, or how does that?
No, you can fill it up, so you can open it up and look inside of it. So you can just pour it like a normal water, like a kind of just like a drink, but you can also suck on it like a straw, and it comes out. And it's built in. The other thing is it's super easy to clean, because there's no like super deep crevice parts. Because you know how some water bottles get so gross, because of how the straw is,
Or they're just a big pain to clean.
or they're a pain to clean. This is dishwasher safe, and it you don't have to scrub or get any tiny crevices.
I love it. Awesome.
And it has this handle that pops up. It's very strong plastic, and I've hooked up to backpacks from that, and it stays on, and it doesn't break.
Stick a carabiner on there.
So I've got two concepts. Okay. The first one is called Influencer's Dirty Secret.
Okay. I like it already.
So we open up on an influencer finishing a live stream, and that's why I never leave home without it, holding another name brand water bottle that's very popular. She's clearly holding a Stanley water bottle and smiling to camera in that fake shill-like way only an influencer can. You hear the camera record button turn off. Her face drops the fake smile, and she puts her Stanley away and reaches off camera and pulls out an Owala and pops it open with a fresh drink. Yeah. The camera, we go to a separate camera on the side that's not her influencer camera. It's documentary style. We do a snap zoom in, and she notices the camera off to the side. Don't judge me. Owala doesn't pay me, but they're clearly the better water bottle. Listen, a girl's got to make a living. And then it says, listen, this thing is too bulky. And honestly, the straw spills constantly with my kids. Ugh, so annoying. The water bottle, not my kids. I love my kids.
Yeah, and then we see her off camera with her kids, and she actually does not love the kids either. There's like a BTS of the BTS.
Chickenly.
Yeah, exactly.
Her tone shifts from like her influencer tone to a much more frank and direct, grounded tone. Oh, I reached out to Owala, and they do not pay influencers. I actually don't know if this is true, but they do not pay influencers to push their products. So yeah, I actually paid for this. Wait, is that what the rest of you guys do? You pay for products you like? And there's a tag here in the end. Owala, the water bottle people choose to use, not because they are influenced to.
Yeah, well, I love the concept. I mean, the idea of doing like kind of BTS of an influencer, I think is really smart. I also like the idea of like going head to head with a competitor in that way. I think it's really like a smart way to do it and to show the difference between the two. Yeah. So yeah, just ton of fun on that script.
Now that I read it freshly, I think I could probably get more value props in there when she's talking about why she chose it besides the spill.
Oh yeah.
Like, and it stays cold for 24 hours.
Yeah. And the dishwasher safe part of it, there's a lot of good things that you could fit in there. But I also think like, it gives you an opportunity to do a campaign rather
with like
than
several
just a
different
single
ones.
ad with
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, exactly. Second concept here. I call it this one I'm titling The Greatest Inventors of All Time. You start out with Sir Isaac Newton, the Wright brothers, Ben Franklin, Nikola Tesla, Leonardo da Vinci, all sitting around a contemporary home table discussing who had the greatest impact on the world through their inventions. But we invented flight. Ah, yes, but I discovered electricity. Sorry, gentlemen, you could do nothing without physics, which is kind of named after me. And like all these are like labeled with the individuals and they're kind of dressed period appropriate. Suddenly, a bright light comes from above the ceiling and all blinds them as they look upwards. Da Vinci, what is this? A heavenly messenger? And then like Tesla looks at camera. He's not used to being around light bulbs. These 5 Owala water bottles land perfectly in front of them and they all start examining each of them.
Yes.
Oh yeah, each starts to fiddle with their water bottles and discovering aspects of it. Sir Isaac Newton, this seems to be a highly effective water container of some sort. And then Tesla reading it. Owala. And then Ben Franklin. And it has a shockingly leak-proof seal. Turns it upside down. Fascinating. Wright brothers. Owala, like together in unison. Da Vinci, such vibrantly delightful color palettes. Each of the color palettes of the ones that they have match their costumes that they have to kind of showcase the different colors. And then Wright brothers, it has a straw built right into the bottle and a swig spout that like he takes it and like one of them's pointing out straw, one of them pointing out the swig spout. Yeah. And then it goes to Tesla. The water's so cold, it feels as if it's drawn straight from the Arctic itself. So refreshingly cold. All 5 inventors take it up to their lips at the exact same time, take a sip, all in unison. So fresh. Ben Franklin stands up on the table and like gets up on the table and all the others are kind of looking up to him as he declares, great inventors of the ages, this water bottle, this Owala has a great impact on humanity. The inventors around him start to rouse and get excited and cheer with each kind of passing word. Each time he gets to finish the sentence, they get more excited as he talks. No more struggling with terrible water bottles that don't keep drinks cold. Yeah! Or with straws that don't seal and leak. Yeah! Or with lids with improper fits. Yeah! The world now can choose how they want to sip, straw or spout, in the same water bottle. Yeah! I declare that this invention we have here in our hands, this great Owala, is the greatest invention in history. I'm like, and then Tessa says,
Getting a little self-aware.
yeah, no, but it probably is the greatest water bottle of all time. Yeah!
Yeah, I love it. Love the concept, man. And the product, like super excited to out, give it a try.
Yeah, man.
Convert my wife over to a better water bottle.
Oh man, it's the best. And they do have they have tons of other colors and it's a really good solid water bottle. All right, Brett. Well, thank you so much for coming on. The concepts were awesome, man. I think we had a good time. So
I did. Thanks for having me, Shane.
All right, man. Up top. Booyah!
Microphone
Let's
in
do
the
that.
way.
Let's do that
Cramping
again.
my style.
That was a
Hold
good
on, come
time.
back here.
Thanks,
Are we
Brett.
doing booyah?
Booyah. Booyah!
Thank you for watching Raising Unicorns!
Subscribe now.